Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Everquest Old School. And on tonight's episode, I am playing my Shadow Knight. He is level 10, actually, probably almost level 11 by now. No, just a bubble into it, not too bad. Now, we are over in Unrest, still here in the same group, and it's been about 35 minutes since the last episode that I've kind of been hanging out here, killing a little bit of stuff. And the reason I took a break in between was to let my voice rest because, it was getting a little scratchy there. But mainly because I wanted to talk to the group a little bit. And most of the people here, in fact, it seems like everybody here, is brand new to the game. They're learning it for the first time. And I gave the cleric some bronze armor I had on me that were pieces that I wasn't using anymore. And so it was kind of interesting. He's really psyched about it. He's just ecstatic that he got it. So it's kind of cool that I can give back. I definitely am looking forward to doing the holiday event. Now, I think we're going to do the holiday event on Christmas Day, sometime around 7 to like midnight, Central Standard Time. And basically, we're just going to come out and buff people up, give them some loot, bronze gear, stuff that we have laying around. Nothing fantastic, because again, we're not really high level. We don't really have fantastic gear to give away just yet, but I wanted to give something back to the server because they've been so nice to us so far, and it shows no sign of letting up basically, and it's just good people, and I wanted to do something that would be interesting for the holidays, and it's kind of weird because a lot of the time in these new games, people will expect the server, the people who are actually doing the stuff on the server, to come up with something for the holidays, kind of event for it. But back in the day, the GMs used to get together themselves. The actual guys used to get together and be like, "Hey, let's try to do something. We may not be able to give away great stuff, but let's just have an event so that people will be able to go to somewhere and do something." And that's kind of what I want to do. I don't know if the GMs are planning on doing anything. I'm sure they are. But for everybody else who really can't get there and do that because they're too low level, I wanted to give back to them. I wanted to give them something that they can still come and check out and have a good time with. And that's, what we're doing. We're kind of giving to the lower levels. So if you're able to come out, if you're a high level and you want to give back and just buff people up, you're more than welcome to. If you're a low level and you're thinking about starting up a new character, and this would be the time because there's going to be a lot of buffs for you. There's going to be a little bit of loot. I mean, we don't have a whole lot to go around. I think we have a total of like 60 or 70 pieces of armor, which is, a lot until you start considering that each person can wear like 7 or 8 pieces. Then like 5 people down the row, if you outfit each and every one of them. For the Cebu, who else want to trade? But yeah, I mean, if you outfit every single one of them, then you'll definitely, go through your stuff pretty quickly. So we're going to be handing out like 1 or 2 pieces to each person, unless there's just not a lot of people on it. It's Christmas Day, so I'm expecting there to be a decent amount, but I don't know. I mean, you never quite can tell, especially depending on when you log on. And let's see what is down here in this door. I don't think I've ever gone into this door before. Oh, I need the lock before I can open that up. Okay. What about this one? Is there anything in there? You don't want to fall through the floor. That will take you down to the next floor. We can get the Shadow Knight, so let me go ahead and pull that. Hopefully it will not pull the whole room, because that's something I definitely don't want to do. I have become encumbered because my strength spell, that is actually a siphon strength, it pulls it out of the enemy, has worn off, so it doesn't last too long. It seems about 4 or 5 minutes. Well, that's horrifying. What's going on there? Here we go. Shadow Knight incoming, baby. And she's the one who drops the key, so this is going to be interesting. I'm hoping that we get a key off of this. If there is one, I'm going to try to snag it. That way I can, open up that door that we saw over there. Now, let's see. Charred Bone key is the one I need. Let's put that in here. What else do we have here? Splintered Wood key we already have. Okay, so we don't need that. And what else is this? 2AC. There we go. So they're welcome to that one right there. It's a pretty nice ring. It's not too bad. 2AC is better than what people are probably wearing right now. But the key is what I was after, because the key will allow you to go to the second floor, actually go to the third floor if you really want to. So we need to kind of rush through this, though, because there's going to be a respawn here at the room, and that should happen about any time now. So, need the key anywhere? Now go for it, man. Let's see, large skeleton. Okay, we got a couple of large skeletons on our butt. Let's pull those back to the group. Hope we do not get any spawns along the way, because that could be disastrous. These guys, because they're a little further into the zone, probably are a little higher level. Yeah, there's respawn already popping up. Okay, so this could go bad, guys. This could really go bad if the room respawns on us. So let's pull it back a little bit. That way everybody can see a clear line of sight. This rock jetting out of the wall, it can mess up with the wizard's line of sight. So you want to get it back to the room. That can be difficult, though, if you have necromancers or mage in the group and they send their pets over there. It will kind of lock it in place unless your tank is able to get the aggro off of the pet and then pull it back. But again, like I said earlier on one of my episodes, if you just pull yourself back just a slight amount away from the target, the one that you're attacking, sometimes that's enough to lose the aggro. And if that happens, you're not going to be able to pull it back. So not only do you need to steal aggro, but you need to steal a lot of it to be able to pull it back that way. So let's go ahead and use our buff spell again. Lower his strength so he doesn't hit us as hard, and we get a little bit more so it lasts a little bit longer. Because again, I am right there on the line of being over encumbered, because I'm picking up stuff for the Christmas stuff, little festival thing that we're doing, which I absolutely cannot wait. Cleric doesn't have any use for the decks, do they? No, not really. No, just whiz and strength, really. Stamina is also pretty nice. Strength is just nice so that you can get around without being over encumbered, man. I mean, it really is, because your equipment weighs so much when you first start out that you're just always overweight. Later on in the game, the equipment it lowers down in weight, so that helps. You also tend to get a few pieces, or not a few pieces, but a few stats of your strength on some of the pieces, so that also helps out a lot. But it's just going to be one of those things where you may end up putting on like one ring or something like that at the early stages, just so that you can have a little bit extra strength. At later levels, not even a thing. You're not even going to have to concern yourself with that, because from what I remember, the only concern I had was wisdom, and once you hit the cap, which I believe is 250, then from then on, it's just about changing out your wisdom items to give yourself pure mana items, because mana items will give you exactly what they say. If it says 30 mana, you get 30 mana. When you hit that cap, I believe it goes from like every one intelligence or one wisdom that you have, you get 10 mana, and it goes from that to just getting 1. So yeah, it's a dramatic difference on that one. And he stunned me there. I should have had that all ready and open for me. Let's see, we're going to come back this little hallway. And again, it's kind of a unique little perspective, because again, if you don't ever pull, you never get to see anything outside this room. Oh crap, we got another one. Yep, repop. Okay, so let me tell them that I got a second one coming. It's not the exact mob. I just go ahead and hit whatever I'm on. Holy crap, I got a couple of them with me actually. Let me go ahead and heal myself. Use a little bit of my power to do that. And I'll back up so my guy can actually see what he's aiming at. Come on, give me some life. Yeah, this is repop. This means that the room that I'm in is going to repop very, very soon as well. So we need to kind of chill, stay here for a second, and let that happen. Come on. Attack, taunt. Now my taunt is really pathetic, but it's because I'm a low level. I have been using it non-stop, and I had to build it up because up until now I hadn't really used that all that much. Soloing, you really don't use taunt. You should, but just because you should doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna. There we go. We got a pet over here killing the cleric. Now I did give her some bronze armor. You can see it right there on her, and like I said, she's really happy that she got that helmet because she likes the little horns on it. Before then, the one she had didn't give her any illusion. It was just a cloth cap that didn't look very cool. So our wizard is out of mana. What about the cleric? 20% on the cleric. Okay, so I can hold up on pools for a little while. Now I'm not even picking up these rusty swords anymore because they weigh too much, and I'm not casting my pets. And if I was casting my pets, I'd give those weapons to them. There we go. We got a spawn. So it's a good thing I stayed behind. It's going to eat into their power a little bit, so we might have to take a break and let their power go back up. But if your group is pretty good and you got an enchanter to give breeze or clarity, that's going to make a huge difference. But do not be upset if your group at a lower level has to take breaks, every other fight, because that's just the way it's going to go. The cleric heals are pretty pathetic at this level. It's just even the shamans or the druids, they're all going to be really, really mana inefficient, and you're not going to have a lot of mana to begin with, and so it's just not going to work out very well for you as far as if your tank can't take the hits. Always good to get a pack like that. Wake me up. Oh yeah. Well, I didn't mean to pull that much. It was definitely a repop, which is something you want to be aware of. Now, as a tank, you can kind of go through what they call the inability to stay still, because you're constantly moving around all the time. You got to watch out for that, because that will get your group into trouble. I was just about to go back out and just check. I wasn't going to pull anything. I was just going to go out and take a look. But anytime you go out and take a look, you run the risk of pulling something back. And if the group is not ready for it, even just one pull can wipe everybody out. So if you find yourself, constantly like running around the group, just waiting for stuff to happen, the best thing I can tell you to do is just sit down. Sit down will force you to not move around anymore. And if you're not moving around, you don't have to risk the chance of you going out there and getting something. Because for me, I like to go around the corners and just peek, just see what the next pool is going to be like, so I know just how much power I need. But or should we move to Unrest? Or are you all 10? I'm good for Unrest. Unrest sounds cool. Let's see if he's a druid, so he might teleport us over there. Unrest sounds cool to me. We might be a little low. But we can get the courtyard, and there's going to be good equipment over there. We're going to get bronze stuff, and everybody here, like I said, seems to be a newbie. Now, I do want to come back over here to Befallen with our mains and go down to the 3rd floor. But, man, I'd be happy to go to Unrest, because that's going to be some insane experience. Let me ask them what they want. But we won't be able to get any of the bronze, to be honest. Yeah, we won't be able to get any of the bronze because we're not going to be able to get in far enough. But if we can get close enough over there, that's definitely going to help us out. So, we can progress our way through it. And because you're in the zone, if you happen to see other people, they may go ahead and just, toss you some bronze, which I've, kind of, talked about a little bit, is just the friendliness of people on the server. I'll lead the way. I think he's going to teleport us. He needs to teleport us because it's a long, long run over to that area. So let's see. In fact, guys, I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and end the episode early, because you guys know how to get over there, and I'm not really going to be showing you anything different, and I need to get bound when we get over there as well. And I'm probably going to have to lead these guys through the area, if not me, the druid, because none of these people really know the area at all. And so I kind of need to be able to do the keyboard, and I won't be able to, do the commentary at the same time that I type. I've tried it in the past. I'm not very good with the multitasking as far as typing and the keyboard. You usually just kind of hear me mumbling what I'm typing very slowly out on the keyboard as well as I can see it in the dark. So I'm going to do that off camera. Again, guys, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Definitely helps grow the channel, and I greatly appreciate it, guys. So Trip, it is... well, we have to invite him, so yeah, invite him. But I don't know who the leader is. It's not me. Let's see. Is it me? No, it's not me. But again, guys, thanks for watching, and until next time.